championship.
The map is Entombed Valley. And down here in the bottom left, it is
Acer Scarlett. And over here in the upper right, in the blue, a GSL champion and the first Royal Roader, he is Startail Live. So, I don't know, Artosis, how do you actually beat life in a ZVZ?
Well, that is a good question. It is, but you know, I think Scarlett can do it. If Scarlett goes to that late game, she's already shown she's very good there.
Where'd you guys come from? We missed the sign.
Las Vegas.
All the way from Las Vegas. Okay, I thought
that must be really far.
I did a double take when I read this. When I read the sign.
Oh, happy birthday!
Happy birthday! The real winners are always the fans.
Yeah. In fact, with this many people in the room, there has to be like 2 people with birthdays. I would say.
That's true.
Maybe 3 or 4 tastes. Who knows?
Could be. Happy birthday to you guys, people today.
Happy birthday to anyone born today. All right.
We're pretty good at casting, Joe. We're paid to do this somehow. We got the players fast expanding here, and you know, this map they're in cross spots, and third base easy to take. I think it's going to be a long ZVZ. ZVZ can be short, but I think in this case, probably a long game.
Well, Scarlett showed so much skill in that long ZVZ against DRG. It was really cool. And this is definitely a map where you can get an easy third. The fourth is a bit harder, but you know, I think Scarlett can push it to that longer game and maybe get that economical advantage again, especially since Life is generally considered to be an aggressive player.
Yeah, Life is, I think, mastered Zerg aggression, where Zerg was a race that I think was engineered to be passive and observing and reactive. Life plays Zerg like it's Terran. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does make sense. That is kind of what's going on too. All right, so taking a look at what these guys are doing, let's see. Scarlett actually is still mining gas. So could be something going on there. Life mining a little bit of gas, but not very much.
Defensive Baneling nest here for Life. And I think we're going to have to wait and see until they either go Roach or Muta.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Well, you know, I think we might see Roach play on this map. Sometimes you do see Muta, but that's what I'm feeling.
So, Baneling's that's about halfway done, and you know, I don't know, man. You know, going into this, let's just say that Life loses. Who do the Koreans pick? Because we got some downtime.
Yeah, well, I mean, we actually do have some links coming out for Life, but I don't think it's going to be much. Yeah, that's very well done. Oh, they do get out.
Seriously?
Wow.
Well, he's got the detonate one, right?
Yeah. And down it goes. So Life gonna start putting on a little bit more pressure here, but with the defensive banelings of Scarlett, I don't really see this doing too much. A lot of lings are incoming though.
Coming here now, avoiding the banelings, now going down to the drones, doing a lot of good damage there. Surrounding the Queen too. Queen isolated here, and goes down.
Really nice. Look at that. Gets away from the Banes as well. And oh, these banelings just do not want to die tasteless.
Life is so good with his links.
Yeah, he really is.
Even
Look
doing
at
here
that.
the Bane.
Wow, that's actually a lot of damage done, to be honest. That was just a small group of lings. Normally when you see that many lings, they just kind of run in, scout, get like one drone. But that was really well done, I would say.
Yeah.
All right, well, Scarlett's starting to push forward across the map a little bit. Maybe just to keep Life over in his base. Life
retreating now. Going back to the spine crawler here. Ideally, Scarlett needs to do a little bit more damage. We actually have, 29 drones. Oh, no, 33 drones now to 37. Life in somewhat of a substantial lead for the timing here.
Well, look at this. Trying to target down these banelings that are morphing. Scarlett has to stay away from the opponent's banling here. One of them does get taken out, but they are about to pop. And there they are. Looks like Scarlett going to start putting on some pressure.
Here we go.
Oh, huge banling detonation there by Life. Scarlett losing a lot of lings, and with just 3 lings left, there's no point, and she knows that and goes home.
Infestation pit on the way here for both players. And I think we're going to have a little bit of downtime as they recoup here. Both players had their turn to do some damage. Life still in the lead. But from here, it's going to be a layer tech.
Yeah, it really is. I have to say, I actually, taking a look at this, I kind of like Scarlett's position, how she started the +1 attack instead of the quicker roach speed. Then she can just play a little bit more defensive. She'll get her upgrades a little bit quicker. So she's going to have these little periods where she has better upgrades overall, and that can really help in the longer defensive macro game, which we saw her play yesterday.
Third base now for Life being acquired. How soon will we see Scarlett take a third? Not entirely sure. But Life, again, it's a close lead, but Life still on top.
Yeah. So, you know, they're actually tied up in drones at this point. We do have Life with an extra queen, which I like. You know, he can actually get his creep spread a little bit further. And hold on, he is going down here to check on that possible third base. But Scarlett hasn't started yet. Does have the drone there. Looks like that drone may go down. And it does get picked off.
I thought she was going to try to make the extractor to keep it alive, but it didn't happen just then. Oh, that's... Oh, wait. Oh, gets the drone.
Wow. Life really good with his Zerglings. He really does remind me of Jadon the more I think about it, Tasteless.
So, macro hatch here for Life. Again, 2 drone denial in the third. Pretty huge. When we get to the late game Infestor Roach tech, Life could have a substantial advantage. My question is Life going to set up that contain in time?
Well, you know, both players going for Infestors now, and a macro hatch actually coming up for Life. Scarlett hasn't started that yet, though. So Life's production is going to be really on key with the quicker expansion plus the macro hatch. And that's going to be pretty scary for Scarlett. So I feel like she's got to realize this right now and stay on the defensive. You know, stay up that ramp, get a lot of Infestors out, and figure out what to do from there.
All right, Infestors coming up now. He's got to be careful. Can't let those get sniped. A few roaches. Oh, nice bungle there. Now, that was one victory there for Scarlett, but not a huge one.
Yeah. But, you know, it's something like 10 supply of roaches killed there. So it's pretty decent overall. It actually brings the supplies a lot closer than they were before.
And as you can see now, things starting to normalize here for ZVZ. This is very standard for both parties. The mid game, entering into late game.
Well, you know, I'm a little bit nervous for Scarlett right now. You know, she only has 57 drones up against 72, so if Life sits back for a little bit, his economy is going to kick in. And with the macro hatch, with the extra drones, with the faster expansion, and now the fact that he's going for Hydralisk tech, I feel like Scarlett's actually at a bit of a deficit.
Okay, because we do not have Muta play here, both of the players are just, you know, with their Overlord still on the map. Now, you can clear them up this way. Not super efficient, but you know, when you get Infestor tech versus Infestor tech with Roach, there's still not a lot of element of surprise. You got enough Overlords all over the map, you can see what's going on and respond accordingly.
All right, well, Scarlett now going for that Hydralisk den as well. to try to catch up in that unit count. Still a little bit down in drones, but she's caught up a bit at 68. And, you know, Life, his 4th base looks like it's about the same time. And he just keeps getting great scouting intel. I mean, he is always everywhere with these lings still.
As you can see so far, 4th base for both players being taken. And, you know, Entombed's a funny map. There's a lot of ways you can go, but the 4th base is hard to defend. GVZ, so much about positioning that you could send a few roaches somewhere else, kind of like a medevac drop, TVZ, and get them out of position. Because they have to defend that, then you close it.
Yep. Well, look at this. Scarlett running into the 3rd base of Life. A really good move by Scarlett here. Life's going to have to decide, does he rally units in, or does he go home with his army? And looks like he'll go home with a little chunk of it and clean this up. But this has bought Scarlett quite a bit of time.
Okay, 4th base done. Drones will be transferred very soon. It looks like, and speaking of drones, we get the count at about 67 to 71. Not too big of a difference.
Well, right now, Life is maxed. He's up by 23 supply. That's a big deal. And he's starting to move forward. Scarlett throwing down a lot of infested Terrans of her own. And this is a really important attack. Can Scarlett actually hold on here? A ton of damage being done on both sides, but so many infested Terrans right now popping out for Life. But Scarlett doing a great job. A huge concave.
Really nice deflection here. Closing in pretty hard. And the Roaches and Hydras now pushing back Life's Roaches. As you can see here, Life's first attack, a failure here.
Yeah.
But supply lead still 151 to 175.
Well, I tell you right now, Scarlett actually leads in Infestors by a couple with 7 to 5. Close in the Roach numbers, and the Hydra numbers are the same. So this is actually pretty nice for Scarlett. She's deflected everything. The game is getting more even. I mean, Life's macro is still a little bit above, so we do see him raise up in supply a bit quicker, but by the time he's actually ready to attack again, I feel like Scarlett's going to be close enough in supply that just having the defensive posture will make it so she's not going to lose.
All right, nice burrow there. Now, you don't normally get ZVZ where the 5th base is taken by both parties. Usually it heats up at 4 bases, but we'll see. Could happen here.
It definitely could. Now, we actually already have the Hive up for Scarlett, so she's getting that +3 attack. If that finishes, it's going to be huge. Now, we do have a big Roach run by, and this is going to be really annoying for Scarlett to deal with. Got to lose this Queen right away. And it looks like another Queen going to go down. Can Life actually get some drones as well?
Life closing in here, just doing a little bit of damage here and there. It looks like drone count now, 66 for Scarlett, 78 for Life.
All right, well, Scarlett has cleaned this up, and it looks like both of our players are maxed out at this point, and Life just making a lot of...
Whoa. Oh, sick, bro.
Yeah, very nicely done, and a nice bungle as well, holding these units down to actually kill them off. In the meantime, both players are taking that 5th base, so this game is getting long. Both of them have Hive now, and, you know, that's what we were talking about before. This is where Scarlett wants to get to.
Yep, Scarlett now attacking on her own here, but not targeting drones. Not a good situation. Now on the retreat here. Again, Life just a little bit more potent with each attack.
All right, Scarlett right now moving out into the center of the map. Her +3 is almost done, not quite though. Oh, Hydralisk range just got started for her, so she can't attack right now. She has to actually go back. That was just a little oversight. Yeah, no question about that. Also, we do have more Infestors on the way, and that's really nice because she's going to go up to 14 Infestors and have that +3 attack. And as that finishes with the range of Hydralisk, I feel like Scarlett can actually go over and get offensive finally.
Yeah. I think you're 100% right, Artosis. That's too bad, though. Like, late Hydra range, that's just, you just don't, there's no late Hydra range strat, guys. That's just a mistake. And now there's a moment where you're just unable to really attack when you might have been timing this out for the entire game.
Okay, well, we have actually both players just continuing to try to push Roaches around the map. Scarlett sitting in the center, but over Life's creep tumors, so he's going to know exactly where she is. The Spire finishes up as we see. Could see that turn into Greater Spire pretty soon. Life Spire just starting now.
Life closing in here.
Uh-oh. This is +3 attack on Scarlett's units. So if she attacks now, that is a pretty decent lead.
Scarlett's got map control here too, which is huge. But Life pushing out now. Remember, it's always the concave versus the convex.
Well, Life
here
did
we
a
go.
Great spread, and a ton of infested Terrans going down absolutely everywhere. Way more infestors right now for Scarlett, so she's going to have more of those. The Hydras all staying alive in the back so far. All the roaches falling so quickly, and Scarlett pushing Life back.
Scarlett now chasing down Life. Life retreats. Scarlett, very smartly so, regroups and does not overextend herself.
No, this is really superb play by Scarlett. I mean, Scarlett is a great Zerg, always known that, but she is playing so fantastically here at this event this weekend.
Yeah, she really is.
It's actually almost frightening. I love how she'll do the attack, you know, she'll have the confrontation and then pull back instead of just send units like we see so many pro gamers do.
You know, it's so funny, even at the highest levels, you see these guys overextend. Oh wait, hold that thought. Life multi-pronged attack here, and this is really what's keeping Life in the lead for most of this game.
Yeah, this is really, really well done. That's super annoying for Scarlett, but she has that Greater Spire. Wait a minute, does she have that? Yeah, no, she didn't make the Greater Spire. And she's actually just making Corruptors now, whereas Life's Spire was way later, but his Greater Spire is halfway done. So that's kind of a big deal. And with that getting halfway done, all Life is doing right now is these little multi-pronged harassments to try to keep Scarlett from attacking him.
So many drones, though, going down. You see this 51 to 58.
Yeah,
actually 49 to 58 now. Drone count very low, considering they both have 5 bases.
That's true. Life has actually killed 38 drones at this point, so Scarlett's defense not quite where she wants it. In fact, another queen, it looks like it's going to go down. This harassment is getting really, really good by Life.
Life now moving out with the harass. It had pulled Scarlett back to her base. She had to start to defend, and now Life is on the move. This could get ugly.
Yeah, Life going to go ahead and snipe that 5th base, it looks like, but going to lose some roaches because of it, most likely. The burrow movement, trying to get out of there with a few of them.
All right. Again, this harass with, Life, it may look like, okay, Scarlett keeps defending it, but these little drone snipes, it starts to add up.
You know, that's larva you have to use, that's minerals you have to use, it's lost mining time. And, you know, these roaches, while they're important as well, we have both players teching up to that Greater Spire. So the roaches, over time, will become less and less important.
More Broodlords on the way. Really, Life also utilizing Burrow here. And think about that. That forces more Overseers, as we see here, which means less gas, which means less Corruptors, which puts the Broodlords at an advantage.
Yeah, and we actually have a lot of Broodlords being produced right now. This game's about to get kind of funny. Broodlords versus Broodlord, guys, is, well, just watch when you have us commentate that battle, because it's infested Terran eggs and broodlings fighting, and it's just, it's kind of crazy. So this is going to get wild. Life has his Broodlords hatch, Scarlett about to have hers hatch as well. And we'll see if someone can get their opponent out of position long enough to really do some damage.
All right. Broodlords and Roaches beaten up over here. Again, Scarlett very good at reclaiming center play here. This is supreme late game ZVZ. We don't see this a lot, so it should be pretty sick.
Yeah, you know, it's just recently we've been seeing more and more Zergs get this far because everyone's getting so smart on how to do it. So, you know, right now we actually have Scarlett like doubling the infestor count of Life, and that's going to be a big deal because the infested Terrans are actually very important. The fungal growths are very important. So hold on, here we go. It looks like Life wants to attack. A beautiful fungal growth going down on these Corruptors. The Corruptors trying to target down the Broodlords, and it's working so quickly. These Broodlords are just being targeted down way too quickly here, Tasteless.
It's insane right now. It looks like the ground war is being won here by Scarlett, but the air. Oh my God, that fungal on the Corruptors.
Oh, so many corruptors falling down here, and Scarlett gonna push through. Unfortunately, she did lose every single Broodlord, but chasing down Life's Broodlords now. Look at this supply taste. It's 176 to 157.
This could be the kill move here. We're going to see soon. More fungals.
Those fungals tasteless, doing such a good job slowing those Broodlords from their retreat. The Hydra's going to just plow right through, and Scarlett just has such a scary army at the moment.
That was really well done. Life still doing a great job harassing here, but Scarlett smashed that endgame army in the middle of the map. So well done. And you can see now she's trying to maneuver over to the upper left, deny the upper left side of the map. The version's going to the main.
And, you know, this is kind of a funny unit composition we see right now from Scarlett. She has 34 Hydras. 34 Hydras. This is like StarCraft 1 Hydras, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, but there's so much creep on the map. It's kind of working out. She does have 19 Infestors against just 9 of Life.
Roach is moving out now. This is a terrifying number. Even 4 Overseers in there. No way you're going to have any Burrow shenanigans.
No. No Burrow shenanigans whatsoever. Well, we do have some Burrow shenanigans right there, or attempted shenanigans at least. A lot of Roaches actually running away, and this is why the Hydras are kind of funny. I mean, it's going to take them a while to get back home, and this is a huge Roach attack that's happening to Scarlett. We could hit some sort of really weird base trade scenario where Scarlett has to go kill Life right now.
All right, I think we're entering that phase now.
Yeah,
a lot of infested Terrans here being thrown down. Bungles being casted as well. Tough to call this battle so far. Looks like Scarlett should win.
Yeah, Scarlett pushing forward right now. If she can get up and start killing off the Broodlords, that is key. The Broodlords starting to fall. A ton of infested Terranics, and look at this. Scarlett is maxed out against the 150 of Life. And meanwhile, Life is killing a lot of Scarlet stuff, but does that matter? Scarlett has the superior army.
Yeah, you know, and I think in a ZVZ base trade, since you can't float your buildings or warp pylons in anywhere, it really does boil down to who has the bigger army.
And this is, I mean, oh, she's starting to turn around with some of it. I think she just wants to clean up what's back here, but still a lot of her units over in Life's base, starting to clean out everything. The Broodlord's still over there, as well as the Infestors. A ton of infested Terrans coming out.
A lot of damage being dealt everywhere. This is a hard game to follow. Wait, can you check on your PC? How many hatches does she actually have?
Well, right now Scarlett has 1 red hatch and a hive, and that's it. And her mineral's at 94, so she literally can't lose that hive. That's going to be really terrible if she does.
How many Broodlords here for Scarlett?
Well, Scarlett right now has, it looks like 2 Broodlords. 2? And no Broodlords, though, for Life. All Life has is 5 Infestors and 36 Roaches. That's his whole army. But look at this. Infested Terrans taking out the Broodlords of Scarlett. Looks like the Corruptors might die as well. And Life is actually still mining reasonably well. So this is the real issue.
You know, a lot of infested Terrans here, but remember, you know, Infestors only have so much energy. Yeah. I actually think Life could win this. I feel like
yeah, no, he definitely could. He's making a ton of spine crawlers right now, so that's going to be really hard to actually break through, especially since Scarlett has to keep on stopping the Roaches from actually killing off all of her buildings. She has very few left.
Oh, man. A lot of damage still being dealt here. The hive is still there, right?
The hive is still there. It is.
This is like really hard to follow here.
Yeah, it's very difficult. But yeah, the hive is still there. There's still a lot of Roaches over on Scarlett's side of the map that are Life's. In fact, Life has 11 Roaches right now.
The thing is, I don't know if Scarlett has the infrastructure.
No, Scarlett has no infrastructure, really, right? Yeah. She's the long distance mining from her 3rd. She's remaking an infestation pit because she has a lot of gas. So that's smart because we're getting into that type of game. But can she go break Life now? Because Life is still mining at his 5th.
Well, I gotta say, Life did a really good job rebuilding here. Okay, here, I'm sorry, I keep using your PC here. So, 16 Hydras for Scarlett, 2 Roaches, 16 Infestors, Burst, 16 Roaches, and 10 Infestors.
Yeah, so the big difference is the mining.
Also, 10 drones for Scarlett, 32 for life.
Yeah.
So, anything Scarlett loses is not remade with any. Oh,
almost catches those. Well, the good thing is, if Scarlett can actually fungal the roaches and have a few infestors there that have energy for fungal, then the hydras will slaughter them because the roaches don't even have the range to hit the hydras at that point. So there's a potential for Scarlett to actually just take this because she technically has the superior army, but life is being so quick running around the map that it's really hard to actually catch any of this.
We got another hatch being made here in the middle. What tech structures are still left for Scarlett?
Well, Scarlett has, I think she has basically everything. Oh, that's a
nice
big fungal. Oh, loses one of them though. And here's what we were talking about before. Those roaches go down in a matter of seconds to these hydras. So that's very nice, but we actually have life producing roaches right now. So his production is actually doing okay. It's not quite 2 base production, but it's a little bit over 1.
As you can see,
that spore
the spore crawler's gonna die.
It's a sad sight.
Get ready for it, guys. I could see Legend was like, all right, I'm gonna capture this.
No matter what. Oh, right. Down it goes.
And the crowd goes wild, okay. Okay, also note, Greater Spire not on,
it's
not on creep.
It's bleeding out. And she's actually going to go ahead and target down a lot of these structures, and down they will go.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah, Scarlett's actually still in this game, absolutely. Both players are. Scarlett is raising up in drones a little bit, up to 14 at this point. Ooh, that's a good fungal.
Yep, really good.
Another
fungal.
Scarlett has a single Broodlord.
Not often you see that.
Yeah, a single Broodlord that's not quite as frightening.
Put one Broodlord in this army composition. Okay, so I think this comes down to how good life is at fungling.
Yeah, well, you know, Scarlett's actually making a lot more infestors as well. So hold on, we actually are going to have Scarlett at 20 infestors against 11 of life. So this is still absolutely anybody's game, but life is taking another base right now. Will Scarlett take another base or try to finish it, pretty soon?
Well, every roach that life loses is pretty huge. Again, this is what we call the scrappy game. It's that end game situation where you both lost so much of your infrastructure.
Yeah.
And this is the hardest way to play StarCraft 2.
Yeah,
every game is different.
This is really difficult for both players. It's so hard to figure out where you are in the game. Like, are you ahead? Are you behind? What do they really have? Do you have to be defensive? Should you be greedy? These are really hard things to decide here. So that's why we see both of them. You know, we can look at it and say, well, you know what? Maybe this person should attack that person. Why don't they go over here? This place is weak. But it's so hard to figure out.
The only way to get good at this is through experience. It's the only way. Oh man, that hive is low.
Yeah,
that's going to be a focal point in this game.
Definitely. If that hive can be killed, that is a big deal because it's a huge chunk of the production. Let's not forget about that because the economies are coming back and they need to produce.
Yep.
Scarlett, though, as we see, very low in drones still. The income is so different that I feel like Scarlett's running out of time.
Yeah, let's see here. What is the drone count now? It's 15 to 36.
Wouldn't it be wild, because they're both taking additional bases right now, wouldn't it be the most wild thing if this game like completely normalized, they got back up to their Broodlord armies maxed out with half the map?
That'd be pretty cool.
That would blow my mind. I've never seen a game like that in StarCraft 2.
I've never casted one or played one like that. Well, bottom right base being taken here for Scarlett.
Yeah, and she's going to have to make a round of drones pretty quickly here. Only 15 drones is really inhibiting her. The gas is basically used up, so these are the last few infestors we'll see for a bit.
One drone snipe, I think. Yep.
Every drone snipe at this point is actually really good. All right, life is starting to walk across the map. This is getting scary.
I can't believe we're at 40+ minutes here.
Oh, okay, here we go.
I'm holding my breath.
And it looks like life is going to send some of the roaches down.
Okay, that's
Terran's going.
Position-based infested Terran.
Yeah, that was a nice snipe over there on all those hydras. That was a big, big deal. A huge chunk of Scarlett's army. She's now way down in supply.
Okay. Oh.
Good fungals going down.
Fungals on infested Terran. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So, life is edging in here. It's all about these fungals. Those Hydras and Broodlords for Scarlett are not allowed to die.
Yeah, Scarlett has so little right now. She's just continuing to focus on Infestors, which is a good idea. But she's only up by 7 of them right now, and her actual ground army consists of 9 Hydralisks, which against 15 Hydras and 26 Roaches is not enough.
Well, check bottom right base.
It's barely mine.
It's okay, so it's basically naked.
Yeah.
Oh. This is so important, because think about it. You lose the hive, any tech structure you lose then, you're going to have to wait several minutes before you can regain it.
That's right. It would be really annoying. In fact, she lost her infestation pit to those roaches, so has to rebuild that right now. Very annoying as well. Now that's what we call a Broodlord Infestor army right there. This is quite literally.
All right. You know, it's funny because they both have so many infestors, it's like almost impossible to engage each other.
Yeah.
They just throw out a bunch of infested terrans and then they have to run away.
And look at all these fungals, just chain fungals absolutely everywhere. Scarlett throwing down a lot of infestarians, but Life doing the same thing. As Scarlett does have a lot more infestors. Problem is, Life's army looks like it may be too big here, starting to actually plow through, and this could be the end of Scarlett.
Oh my God, this is one of the best CVZs I've ever casted.
GG. Some fantastic play. That was just, I can't believe that Life ended up taking that, because Scarlett was killing, but you know, sending those roaches across the map, he got into this weird scenario of base trade.
That was one of the hardest games to cast ever.
Yeah, it was pretty difficult.
I'm like, who is actually winning this?
No, it was.
I actually can't tell. That's like one of those, as a caster, like one of those 1 in 1,000 games where I'm like, well, it's a ZVZ and they both lost 75% of their infrastructure, and they both have like 20 infestors and a Broodlord and the Partridge and the Paratrace. Weird game. But that was awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, guys.
Well,
people of Vegas were in trouble. The Koreans are still winning.
Yes, they are.
You think the foreigners can still take this?
Does anyone think the foreigners can still win? Anybody? All right, thank you. Come on, guys, listen to us. All right. So who do they use now? That's the question. Who do they use out of this lineup? I'm feeling Vortex once again, personally. He's good ZVZ, man. He plays like a Korean.
Well, I mean, in fairness, I think Life is going to be very fatigued.
Yeah, he should. That's actually a good point. But the other part is, Life is a young kid. And as we all know, young kids have a lot of energy.
It's true.
Yeah. Those whippersnappers.
Give him a bag of Skittles and be ready for another best of 5. But, no, seriously, I don't know. I don't know who you pull out here. We're going to see the next players, though, in a second.
Let's see it.
I don't know. Who do you think? Dollar bet. Let's go. We're in Vegas. I'm going to say Stefano.
Okay. Both good choices. Watch. It's going to be no show now that we said that.
I left my wallet in the hotel room, so if I lose, I'm fine.
Looks like it is Vortex.
All
right. Give me $1. Excellent. Right. I'm up even further in gambling this weekend now. Vortex, once again, I feel like he's a great choice. Just because of the style that he plays. He can do absolutely anything in ZVZ, whether it's 3-base Ultra, Ling Infestor, Roaches, he can play Muta. He's like a complete package Zerg.
He is. So, if Vortex loses, guys, it's going to be comeback of the century if the foreign team wins. It's going to be so hard.
Oh, yeah. No, well, you know, we still have some amazing Zergs, even if Vortex goes down. With Nerchio and Stefano, those are both guys that could randomly just do a team kill. Who knows?
It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
And remember, the Korean team still has an arsenal of great players to pull out here, which is going to make sniping so easy. You know what you do?
That's true.
If you're up 4-0, you just send the next player in there and you say, play the longest game ever.
That's true.
Wear him out. The next guy, longest game ever.
Yeah, just macro games. And I mean, that's going to wear them down seriously.
Yeah. Well, We'll see what Vortex has to offer here in a second.
The map is going to be Ohana.
Okay.
All right. Not too big a deal because it is ZVZ. Ohana doesn't have any positional imbalance. Just probably a map that he's saying, all right, you know what, this is for ZVZ. Why not choose this one? Because what if, they send a Protoss out on Ohana? It's kind of a smaller map. It might be a map that one of our Protoss players on the Korean team would want to use. So I like using up against Zergs maps that Zergs might not like.
All right, guys, we're going to let Vortex set up, and we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we're going to continue on with Korea versus the world here at GoldenTV.net.